Hello, everyone. This is a little bit of an impromptu
Hello.
thing we're doing. We are still very much D&D brained, and we can't keep it in for the next week, so we're gonna have an impromptu fireside chat.
Yippee!
Oh my god!
Is this gonna become a regular thing? Who knows? Maybe it will. Some of us are very D&D brained, even after the session ends. Some of us just want to go sleep.
Yes, some of us are normal. We have lives, work, sleep, partners, that sort of stuff.
We have all
normal?
of that too. We don't care.
I just also am fully obsessed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's the other one. We don't talk about that one. But yeah, this will be like the Juniper Fireside. So, I will be your host for this one, as always, and we got 3 of our own here that are still willing to talk about D&D. So, yeah, let's kind of get into it. If this also feels a little bit improvised as well, I will not lie. I have not written any questions, so I'm just gonna balls to the walls this.
If we do this again, maybe we'll be like, we'll be more prepared. Probably,
Yeah.
maybe. Who knows?
Maybe not.
Or maybe it'll be just funnier when we're doing this improvised.
Yeah. Zach, are you okay with us using gifts for Fuji's?
I'm doing custom Fuji's. I'm just leaving mine.
If we want, I think it.
I mean,
Sure.
Don't.
do this.
Oh, if you're gonna be the.
It could be the $19. Is it $19 Fortnite card guy?
Not.
I don't trust you.
Is it the one?
If you want to do a custom Fuji, you can. But Ori, do it for Tal. Don't make it the $19
I'm
Fortnite
staring.
card.
I'm staring at the layout. I'm staring at the 4 of us and being ready. I don't trust you.
$19 Fortnite card.
It's not $19 Fortnite card. It's worse.
Oh, is it the? Hold on, can you send a screenshot? I can see that. I'm not on my computer. I'm on my cell phone.
Oh.
Hold on.
Share with the class.
Yeah, I'm on my way. Don't worry about it.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I knew it. I fucking knew it. You were like, can I put a GIF in there? And I knew it was gonna be the smiling to the.
I
Nice.
hate you.
Absolutely beautiful.
Anyway, I'm ready to go.
Alright. Alright, let's start this off with the first question. So, it's been practically a couple of months since the last session that we had of Calamity, and that one was quite a doozy. So, coming back into your characters, did you find it like a natural slide to get back into it, or did you have to take a couple minutes to be like, oh yeah, I act like this? Let's start off with Ori, and then we'll go all the way down to Rai.
Oh. Okay. I was really anxious starting out today. I thought the session was really scuffed. And I had a bit of a time trying to remember what the characters' accents are. I've always had this problem with Calamity, is I forget the characters' voices, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was so easy when we did Juniper, because there was only like 7 characters. And now, like, there's like 18, and I can't remember any of their voices. I went
with Juniper as well. It was 7 characters around.
Sorry, go on.
Juniper was at least 7 characters around consistently as well, so it's like you didn't have long to forget them.
No.
Mm-hmm.
And I went through Irish and British with Samaya like 5 times in that conversation. Yeah, and I know MC talked to me about it too, and she was like, I am like really trying to get back into this. And after the whole scene in Alcro's house, she was like, okay, I've got it down again.
Mm-hmm.
He's entered my head, and I'm like, wonderful. I'm so happy for you. But yeah, I'll be fine by next session. It was just general anxieties of coming back, like, oh, it's been 2 months. This has to be good. But
Oh no,
it went
absolutely, I get you.
fine. Yeah. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, and it's okay if you felt like it was a bit scuffed. It's only gonna get better from there.
It's the first session back in 2 months. I knew my
Yeah.
DM gear were gonna be ungrinded. I haven't DM'd in like over a month, which is a long time for me.
Mm-hmm. So obviously it makes sense you would be a little bit rusty.
Yeah. And I hadn't DM'd D&D either. It's just I was DMing a TTRPG called Drew. So
Oh yeah.
yeah. So yeah.
All right.
Anyway.
In that case, Tal, how do you feel about getting back into Caradon?
I mean, so here's the thing, right? I specifically worry about not being able to get back into my characters after a while. So the thing I do, and I think I've mentioned this to some of you guys before, one of the things I do after a lot of sessions is I'll go, okay, session, whatever. What is my character thinking after all of this? How are they feeling? Do they have stuff they want to do immediately? Do they have people they want to check in on? How are they doing? And maybe some situation I want to approach in the future, which kind of helps me get a little bit back into it. I also have the accent trouble, but thankfully, most of my characters default to Irish or Scottish.
Mm-hmm.
And Caradon is somewhat an amalgamation of the two, depending on how I'm feeling that day.
Mm-hmm.
I was mostly okay. You'll know I spent the last 2 months writing for Caradon. Like, I once you've written 10,000 plus words for a character of yours and gone a little crazy with it, you kind of find it hard to lose them again. I just had to double check that something I was thinking was the correct version and not the AU version that I wrote.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
Oh yeah, that's very fair.
I
Yeah.
read your book as well, and I did write down the character feelings between the major NPCs, and I can read that after we do this. But
Ooh.
I did take that out of your book.
Ooh. All right. What about you, Rye? How did you feel about it?
Oh, I felt pretty alright. I've been kind of the same as Al, but I've been writing specifically AUs. But I've also been, I talked to Ro a whole lot, where I was like, hey, rest in peace, Thymeros. How do you want to go about this? It's your character dead, but he's also my brother, and so I want to make sure that we are on the same page
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to stuff like that. As well as I had a realization about a month into the hiatus where I was like, ah, shit. There's stuff that I need to talk about with the party that I need to just kind of info dump on them and then go, okay, gang, bye-bye.
Yeah, true, because you're going to be leaving next session?
Yeah.
Yeah, Rye's heading out. So.
Yeah. I have to go to work for 2 months, but I will be back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not dying, pinky promise.
No.
Or, I'm not.
Florence shows up.
Florence, beamed down from the sky, airstrike by Anastasia, crushes Rye with a piano.
And then gets the
Damn.
fuck out.
Yeah, rest in peace. But no, it took me a second. I also struggled with the accent, especially because I think I heard Duchess talk first,
Mm-hmm.
and so my brain was like, yes, I am vaguely European now. Oh no, shit. Oh fuck.
You got fucked up when
I'm
I started
French.
speaking French.
Oh shit. No.
No, don't bring me back to French, John, please.
The fucking girl that's like, oh my god, do you guys know which one I'm talking about? With like the pink beret, where she's like, oui oui, baguette,
Oui, oui.
bisou, in front of.
Yeah, I know exactly which one
yeah,
you're talking
yeah.
about.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me go get it.
That's exactly how it is. And then because I heard that and I was like, yes, now I have to talk in character and I have to talk very quietly because I'm sad. Oh no. Oh no, shit.
This is where
This is not the correct accent.
This is where my parents die.
Calla bummer, dude.
I can't wait to have like a New York accent.
Yeah. No, because I think originally, going all the way back to session 2, I think he was Southern. And then shit happened and I just started talking my normal voice. And then I also, my voice is deeper now, and so I'm like, shit, what the fuck did he sound like?
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's honestly pretty fair.
The thing was, you can't go back and listen to yourself, because how you listen to yourself, through a microphone and through a recording and through Discord filtering, it's not what you think you sound like. You're not going to get back to the voice when listening to yourself properly.
Oh no, this is
Exactly.
Unfortunately, we cannot be professional D&D YouTubers and be in the same room with good mics and stuff. No, we have to deal with the Discord compression.
Yeah.
Discord compression.
Me and Discord
Disgusting.
compression. Me and Discord
But,
compression
like-
are throwing hands.
Yeah.
Me and Discord compression are violently making out until it stops. Yeah. No, but like at least for some of my other characters, like Wisp, he sounds like Borat, and he
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
literally both go,
Yeah.
my life.
Yeah,
And then-
because okay, to give context to the people who don't know,
oh shit, yeah.
I run a Chris Strahd game for our own personal fun, and when Wiz here from Quinn showed up, he had also brought this Eric Hakra named Ron, and when were you the one to bring in the Borat accent first, or what? I think you were.
I was.
Yeah.
I don't even know what the fuck I was going for, and you went, you sound like Borat, and I was like, fuck, I guess this is what we're doing now.
Yeah. So ever since then, we fucking anytime like we need to like get back into our voice because I'll do other stuff. I'll literally go, each time without fault I'll go, great success,
My wife.
my wife. Oh god.
Because like that's easier, and then Rye's just like, okay, I'm the enigma of every single one of my friends' accents, all into one. Got him.
Mm-hmm. Rye is everything and nothing at the same time.
Yeah. To be fair,
Yes.
all the rest of us in the Chris Strahd game are kind of like vaguely British.
Mm-hmm.
To the left.
God, I can't believe Ravenloft is just the United Kingdom.
Yeah. It's actually just you guys are British and you guys are just invading like the Middle East. I can't believe you guys.
United Kingdom is its own domain of dread.
No.
Can confirm.
Oh, God. I mean, to be fair, when you have Boris Johnson as your Lord of Dread.
Hey, thankfully not anymore. We're free now. We've been freed. Just about. Not freed well, but we've been freed from him at least.
Mhm.
Fair enough.
Congrats on being free.
In 3 a.m. in a warehouse in a domain of dread, and I'm recording a Fireside chat.
Absolutely.
Mm.
Getting back.
I mean, Duchess,
Yeah.
you,
Yes, me.
Yes.
nothing.
I'm not gonna lie. I think some of you already knew about this, and like I especially told Kate about this a lot. For the longest time, I did not know where to bring Duchess. Fucking, in the sense where it was just like, I think it was happening ever since like her arc finished. I was kind of in a situation where it's like, oh okay, there's some stuff there, but what do I do with the rest of her character? And I think for the longest time, I tried experimenting with a lot of stuff, like, oh, like I'm gonna make her like super like a bit more happier, and she's gonna be like a more a bit of a vibrant mood for the party. That felt a little bit fake on my part, and I did not like it. Then I was like, oh yeah, I'll make her like going back to like darker, or like how she was kind of a bit like in the beginning, not as much, but like close enough. It didn't kind of come out naturally either, so I was just like, you know, I could try to be like, not dark, but like, I could try to be a serious character and like who can butt heads on the party and stuff like that. But I already still feel like some people in the party already do that and do it better than like what I was doing at that point. So I was like, okay, what's something that I can roleplay, feel comfortable with, and like I feel like Duchess could work with. And I talked about it with like Tal about it the other day, and I really just felt like, okay, she's been through a lot, she is continuing to go through a lot, but I don't want her to be like, oh, woe is me and stuff like that, because I don't think that's who she is. So I just thought at that point I might as well just play her as like this, like she's still like silent and a little bit cold, but like she's stoic in a way where like she's content. She's not happy, but like she's okay with where she's in the universe right now, and she will help others when she can, but she also is going to take what the party told her during the group talk, and she's also going to start caring about herself, and that has really changed her outlook on life and everything. That and also dying has also been like, oh hey, my entire family is in like a good spot and they're waiting for me. That takes a lot. That takes away like a good part of the stress I was dealing with, because I was like, she was thinking, oh, where is my family now and stuff, and then it's just like, oh, y'all are just in like a manifestation in my mind, and you guys are all okay. I am at peace with that now. So
Yeah.
it made getting back into her a lot easier, and it didn't feel like I had to force a personality that just like might have clashed or not made sense with the rest of the party.
I'm glad you're able to figure it
Thank you.
Hell yeah.
But yeah. Okay. Next question to ask. A lot of downtime has been had this session, and a lot of stuff has been revealed as well. Out of all the changes that has happened, what is the one you think is going to lead down a particularly fun path for your character? And how are you expecting it to change, stuff like that? And do you think it's going to be explored more during the next session, or is that something that's going to be like maybe further down the line? And say for you, in your case, Ori, which new kind of like thread have you opened up this session that you're excited to explore through next session and the ones after that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, loaded
That's a
question.
good question. That's a
Mhm.
big question though too.
It's a humongous question.
Yeah, it is. It is Hoog. I think there's a lot of little things. I was very content when I was just listening in. I'm gonna be so real. I was listening. I was making my little time notes. I was doing my little comments in silent. I was very content listening to everybody else's threads. It was lovely.
Mhm.
Whatever the fuck is going on with Outcrow.
Yeah, Outcrow had a big episode today.
Mhm.
I know.
Yeah, he's not doing okay.
No.
I don't think he's ever been doing okay. I'm gonna be completely honest with you.
I
Hey,
put him through a meat grinder once or twice.
Okay, I have a question
Mm-hmm.
to you. Has this
Me?
been since the start? Yeah, you, Ori. Have you had this in mind since the start?
We have always had me and Wyatt, when we were talking, I wrote a bit of Outcrow's backstory. And from the start, me and Wyatt had the thought that Outcrow did not come from a great family full of necromancers, right? And so I was like, okay, a fun twist is like, oh, your mom is also a lunar sorcerer, because sorcerer bloodlines have to come from somewhere.
Mhm.
And then when Wyatt wasn't very content being a sorcerer, I was like, oh, I've got to pivot a little bit, because the idea of having like, oh, this is a fun twist that your mom is actually a lunar sorcerer and stuff like that's fun, doesn't go very far. And so I was like, okay, maybe she's interested in the solstice too. And so this is going to lead into something else that I can't really reveal, but her having that kind of connection with the fragment and stuff is important for later on. The dad, that was kind of a relatively recent thing, where I was kind of sitting there, and I remember I was designing the Hero Forge minis that I used, and I was like, wow. I made them a while ago, before you guys even got to Grey Haven. And I was making them, and I was like, wow, these guys look a lot alike. And I was sitting there, and I was like, you know, Anastasia is someone who is like very like, I don't know,
Self-focused, yeah.
self-focused. Why would she risk having a partner that like is not as goal-oriented or career-oriented as her? So why not just make someone like that she could tolerate, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So that's
She can
kind
tolerate him?
of, he gets all of the other stuff done while she gets to focus on her own, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of works as like a bodyguard double thing too.
Yeah, like basically like a clay golem kind of thing, like you mentioned.
Yeah. I did have the idea for the sibling, for L6, the idea of her being the sort of like blood money or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Oriel Bramblewood has been an idea from the start. I only really fleshed out the other brothers more recently.
Okay.
Like around the time that you guys came up to them, because I was like, shit, this is coming up soon, and I need to give Wyatt some information to go off of, because they existed in my head. But the real thing that I usually struggle with is actually getting things out on paper. Like one of the things that I had a big checklist of things that I wanted to do over the course of our our break,
Mhm.
one of the big things that I really wanted to get done was Florence's backstory. Because I've had Florence's backstory in my head for ages. I knew how it was going to go, and I needed to write it out. And as I was writing it, I was like, okay, here are a couple inconsistencies that I have to work out. And when I did, it made it much more interesting. It's given a lot more like connections and stuff to the actual player characters, because there were ones for Rai, obviously,
Mhm.
but I have now given other.
Oh, there were
to other
one for
players.
Rai?
Whoa.
No.
I would have never guessed.
Yeah. But yeah, now there are some other connections to some of the other player characters as well.
Really?
So, yes, I won't say who,
Suspicious.
but
Ooh.
Mhm.
Suspicious.
Very, very. All right.
But yeah, it's not a personal character, but it is what I'm looking forward to seeing what is done with it. That was the whole point of that.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
You know, to answer the question you originally asked, there's quite a few things I need to follow up with Caradon, but those are less from this session. I just knew that was a conversation I needed to have, the one that I did have with Will, and I mourn the relationship that could have been, but also I know how much Caradon changed in those 10 years, so it's kind of inevitable.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
It's okay.
Look,
Fair enough.
I think about it a lot, and I'm like, it makes sense. That doesn't mean I'm happy with it, but in terms of where we're sitting right now, things make sense.
Mhm.
Unfortunately,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, absolutely.
and they want to heal things. They do not have any understanding of how, because they're just like, so what did I do wrong? How do I remedy that?
Mhm.
What's the magic button I have to press to make things all good again? There's got to be like a solution, right? It's got to be a workable solution that I can just go, here it is. It's got to be a thing I can fix, right?
Yeah. It's not gonna be like.
have emotions.
No, unfortunately, yeah.
Caravan, Gully, I love you. The world is not your problem to fix. They have this. I think several party members have this problem of like trying to take all the burden of problems and be like, I've got to fix this somehow. It's my responsibility to fix this. And I'm like, no, girl, the world does not fall on your shoulders. It's okay.
Yeah. No, that's definitely something that I think Duchess has also realized after having like the talk with the party. Is just like when they were like, you can't save everyone, and she thought about it and she was like, you know, you're right. I can't save everyone. I can certainly try, but I can't, and that's something I gotta come to accept, and she does.
Yeah.
God, it feels fucking great.
Hell yeah.
What you mean? What you mean? I don't have to worry about all the NPCs all the time, and also like the entire like populations of the world. Woo!
Oh.
Well, the weight off your shoulders.
One thing I'm really excited to see is how the Bastion is going to turn out over the course of the campaign.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I have a follow-up question with that after you've answered Quinn. But
Yeah. I am, because I am going to be so real and honest, I'm still planning out what to do, but I'm really excited to see Duchess and Mason get married.
Oh,
I am wishing them the best every single day, and I'm hoping nothing ill will befall them.
please.
There's something I comment on almost every time, which is just you hear Zach's voice change every time we go from Duchess interacting with anything to Mason. Oh my god!
Oh my
Yeah.
god! Hi, boyfriend.
Which I love it. It's so good.
It's
It's
so
so fun
sweet.
to watch.
I know, it's so sweet every time. And every single time one of you goes, something bad's gonna happen to Mason, I go, oh.
Yeah, I say all this and like I'm getting the marriage thinking stuff ready, and I'm like, this motherfucker. Looking at you, Ori. This motherfucker is gonna plan something against me. I know it. Cause
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Trust my fears.
Did I mention? I don't know if I've mentioned online yet, but have I mentioned that Mason was supposed to die in the
Yes.
factory? decision.
Yes.
And me and Kate were like, okay, I'm gonna roll this, and we're gonna see how that goes. And I rolled like exactly, I think, the number that I needed to roll for him to live, and I was like, shit, that was like a 1 in 20 chance. And so
Damn.
Mason lived. So yeah, sorry, go on, Zach.
No, no problem. Yeah, no, I was also, because I remember that like moment specifically, and I was like, okay, thank God he's alive. But ever since then, I'm just like, I'm saying and doing all these things that I'm planning with him, and it's just like, I know deep down, because I'm also like thinking of this from like a DM point of view. If I was the DM in this situation, oh, I would absolutely fuck with this. Because you
Of
can't
course
just
you would.
because you can't just be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have like a nice little marriage with you one day, like we're gonna be officialized and stuff like that, and not fuck with it somehow. Like it's just too perfect that way.
We all know you have issues, Zach.
Yeah.
You don't need to
Yeah.
We're in a mean mood at the
I can't wait for the I can't wait for the moment when Mason dies and it's gonna be like I'm gonna be like Dutch is gonna be all alone again.
Oh my god.
No.
Hey, womp womp. My own house.
Florence is there. Let me play a song for you on the world's tiniest violin.
One's killing Mason.
But yeah, so honestly, it's like, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Ori brings that up. I am not against it. I would like to see how that goes.
I mean,
Mhm.
She's already lost so much. She's already lost so much.
Yeah, I mean, like Mason's gonna be walking alone for so long back to Vera, and like wherever you guys are, like that's like months on the road.
Don't threaten Mason. Look.
I hope he's okay.
Sorry. You can't,
Guys,
you can't threaten Mason.
Yeah, the reason why
Please.
Listen, I play in the Curse of Strahd game, and the reason why I can't do anything to Mason is I have a husband in the Curse of Strahd game that I don't want to have get murdered.
Yeah, we made this joking accord, me and Ori, where we're just like, if you don't fuck with my husband, I won't fuck with yours.
Yeah.
And you know what?
And like I totally made things equal by like removing your arm and like fucking with like.
That's true.
Yeah.
You did
Wait, you lost your arm?
No, he lost his arm. My husband.
Oh yeah. I was about to say, what the fuck did that happen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our campaigns and losing arms.
Taliesin will go on the road with Mason to protect him from the horrors. I swear to fucking God. I can't. This man means so much to me, please.
It's like the scene in the Smiling Friends when one of them is getting fired and then there's just a real person standing there.
Yeah.
It's just Taliesin and Mason.
You fire him, you fire me!
No, don't worry about
Who
it, man.
are you?
Let's get drinks later. Let's get drinks later, right?
Yeah. I love you, man.
Yeah.
I love you, man. Do you want Caradwin to be the 8th Calamity member?
Look, here's the thing as well. I made a promise to Duchess. I made a promise. Okay.
Oh.
I gotta keep it.
What's up?
Another plot thread I'm really excited to see, and I'm so normal about, is Helsay joining the party.
I am so normal about that, actually. I am so excited to see that happen.
I've talked about it with Kate too, and I was honest and I was saying like, by the way, Duchess is not gonna like react that song like to singing Helsay again. And hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
It's not because she does not care. It's more in the sense where it's like I understand where she's coming from. She's very angry, probably. And
That was a happy stab. It was a happy stab.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I understood that. Yeah. Of course. But yeah, no. Like she's in a point of she's very angry right now, and probably wants me dead. And I get that, but I feel like the best course of action right now is not to be like, I want to fight you to the death and like show you that you're wrong and stuff like that, because that's wrong. That's not gonna solve anything. Like I'd rather just be like,
Okay, taking the high road. I get it.
Listen,
Wow.
we have- hey,
You're a better person now.
hey. If y'all weren't like still being dramatic on your shit, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
What do you mean I'm being dramatic on my shit?
Oh, I'm fine, guys. And then like literally when talk to your dad, like, yeah, I'm not fine, but like, I don't know how to feel.
I need you to do an impression of every single Calamity character right now.
All right. My name is Rai Draken. You know,
He has the
like,
emo swoop.
you know, like,
Sorry.
I'm secretly a werewolf, but it's fine. Don't worry about it. I'm Team
Oh
Wolf.
my god.
Also, like, I'm secretly like also dealing with a lot with like fracture and having to kill Florence and stuff, but I'm totally fine, guys. I don't cry to myself to sleep and like howl at the moon at night. All right, and then you have V,
Fine.
and then you have V that's like,
Beautiful.
hello, my name is V.
Must be British.
V, famously the only one that doesn't really have an accent.
Oh yeah, true. Oh wait, true.
You
Yeah.
famously
Oh
British.
wait, true. I gotta do it like it's Mari doing. Hi, my name is V, I guess. Look, I probably don't like you if you're not a redhead named Rai. Also, yeah, I'm also kind of sad. You will not know about it. And what do you mean your coin purse is gone? I don't know what you're talking about.
Famously a thief.
Yeah, famously steals your
Famously.
coin purse. Also,
Mhm.
yeah, also like, what? No, I don't want to talk about it. That's it.
Oh my god.
Wow.
All right.
Beautiful. I can finally tell the difference.
Okay.
Mhm.
You Velcro now.
I don't know. I'm gonna punch you in the face.
Oh, I thought that was you scrambling to come up with an impression.
No, that's
That's that anxious boy.
he's
Yes.
just an anxious boy.
I love him. I'm
And
gonna
then
go
now
through-
like something like slightly bad happens. I'm gonna go cry now.
He has said that a couple times.
Okay, Dominica.
I don't
Oh
want to
my
hear Dominica.
God.
Dominica is
Hi.
not appropriate for you.
How are you guys doing? Oh my god, Rai. Did I ever tell you you look like a man that may have a masculine organ that I'm sexually attracted to? Oh my god. Also, are you guys sad? Because like I can totally help you out. Also, I'm sorry I exist. I'm sorry I exist. I'm sorry. Yeah. Something slightly bad happens. Run us away.
God. I want to hear your impression of Duchess when you're done. So
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Don't worry. I'm getting to that.
Who's next? Caradwin.
Caradwin.
Yeah. Let's go.
All right. I need to ask something real quick. Tal, does Caradwin have like an Irish accent or a Scottish accent?
Yeah.
All right.
It's somewhat
oh,
amalgamated
dear
between the
God.
two. Take covering you for her.
Hello, laddie.
Look,
Wait, I can't do a Scottish accent.
you Irish. It's a lot easier.
Hello, laddies. My name is Caradwin.
Yeah, that works.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little sad. My for some
This
reason,
is Maka.
shit. All right.
We are edging into our territory. Yeah.
Here, continue.
All right.
It's fine. It's fine.
I'm totally like a-okay. The fact that my sibling, I need to practice my Irish, guys. I am so sorry. You know, my sibling for some reason doesn't want me to like still say focus on protecting them, even though it's been 10 years that they've been infected and seen everything. You know, I'm not sure why. You know, it's a totally normal thing to do so. Also, you know, I might be doing like 60 to 70 damage like per attack, but I should totally make like a warlock pack because guys, I'm weak. I'm totally weak with this flaming rapier and booming blade and all these other spells. Oh, did I also mention I have smites? Yeah, I'm so weak.
Right in melee, please.
Jack's just butthurt because he doesn't have the flaming sword anymore.
It's true.
Yep.
And you know what? You're never gonna have it again because you're not gonna be the one getting it next. I know who's
Rest in
getting it
peace.
next. It's gonna be a very nice gift.
You know what? It's a-okay. I'd rather have her have it than me.
Them have it.
Yeah.
Them have it.
Them have it.
Oh,
Oh,
wait. I thought you were
Wow.
talking about.
What?
No, I was talking about.
I thought you meant.
No.
I was talking about Hellsay.
oh, nice.
Guys, I know what's going on at times.
My name
Guys,
is
it's
Ori.
fun.
I am the dungeon master.
I can't even
Ew.
kick you off of the call because
Yeah.
recording.
But, wow. So like, oh, so you have something nice going on for your life? You got something good? Okay.
I haven't told you it yet.
So
Oh, are we still doing the impression? What's happening here?
so
Yeah,
okay.
this
Yes.
is Zach making fun of me as a
Yeah,
person.
yeah. So you have something slightly good? Okay.
Yeah.
So all right. So you walk into a room, and you notice there's sand.
And jump scare.
Oh, also,
Yeah, jump scare.
in the sand there's roses and they have eyeballs in them. Also, did I
my
mention
God.
that there's a scrying orb somewhere? Also, did I mention there's actually somebody right there casting Finger of Death?
Someone's getting fingered to death? That's crazy.
I know. All right. I can't do Hellsay because we haven't seen them yet. I'm not gonna do the guests because I love them too much.
You gotta do some impression of the
Alright, so
style.
I'm gonna do
Please.
an impression of myself. Bonjour, my name is Dochis. Today I will talk about guns. I will do 80 damage. I will never misfire or never roll bad, cause I am the main. I am a Merisu. Also, did I mention that deep down I really hate all of you? Actually, not anymore though. I really like you guys. I'm just also kind of depressed. Did I tell you my aunt died? Did I tell you my family died? Did I tell you for the 40th time the thing about Mako?
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait for Hephaestus to show up and be like, "Hey, Magnus, you want to make a deal with me? Like, I'll give you Paladin if you like work with me." And Magnus is like, "Absolutely." And everybody else is like, "Magnus, isn't this what you told us not to do?"
Yeah,
And she's like, "Well."
yeah. And then Magnus is like, well, you
Hang
know what?
on. I know a word for this. I've learned it. Don't worry, guys. Give me a second.
Huh?
Carradine will remember it. Give me a second. I remember. I think it's called hypocrisy.
Wow.
Well, listen. From her point of view, Hephaestus is actually a god that multiple people believe in, and that he isn't trying to do something like option A, kill a bunch of vampires lords and look like a fucking demon. Option B, probably something related with the vines and stuff that were torturing V. Like, you want to know what Hephaestus has done this whole time throughout the game?
Mm-hmm.
He's like, bitch, you want to build? You can build.
Do you know what? I need to talk about this Warlock Pact at some point, and I'm happy to do that day. I'm happy to hold off on that. But I do need to talk about this. I need to talk about this now.
Yeah,
I'm
because
defensive.
listen, you're there like, oh, like, Duchess, isn't that a little bit hypocritical? She's gonna be like, yeah, at least my fucking patron shows her face and doesn't show all the cards.
No. We're doing this. Okay. Number one, my patron showed her fucking face. Okay, I said today.
Yeah, okay.
I
Are her
said it
true
today.
intentions? What are her true intentions?
Avenging
Mhm.
family, most likely.
Yeah. Most likely. There's the word. Where's
Well, look,
where's the afterthought?
you don't know. Okay,
You're not smart enough to know what a contract is. Shut up.
Well, how do you know that Hephaestus isn't building evil?
Because I have
what
a
is-
17 of
Maybe he's
intelligence.
Google Forge,
I know
looking at
contract
evil
bad.
stuff.
Wow. Okay.
Maybe he's cooking. Maybe he's cooking nefariously. How do you know that?
Look. I'll just ask Hephaestus. Hey, Hephaestus, can you give me like the fine print real quick?
Guys,
Can I review my
What?
contract before signing it?
What's up? You okay?
stupid.
Oh, Gary.
Oh.
Guys, I'm not that stupid. Come on.
No. It's okay, we know.
No, that was wrong. But-
Caradwin, it's
but,
okay.
look, it's one- No, I said this today because I said this to Healthy now, so I can talk about this now. Look, if one of your family came to you, like if one of your family came to you and was like, "Hey, like, our bloodline has been basically treated like shit for your entire life. Also, here's some PTSD for you that you knew you had, but let's relive that for a minute. Do you remember how horrible this felt? Do you remember how horrible it felt to lose the people you cared about most? Do you remember that fight with Aether, where you spent an entire map just running? Just running. Do you want to have a slightly more effective way to deal with the things that haunt your nightmares? Cool.
Yeah,
The term of this contract is deal with the thing that haunts your nightmares.
yeah, I get that, but here's the thing. At least Hephaestus is gonna be like, hey, so you want to remember why you're crafting stuff? Why? And it's just like, dead parents, nightmares. Like,
No. I was having the nightmares anyway. To be fair.
yeah, but at least it's
Fair
not gonna
enough,
be
having
induced
those
by some
anyway.
fucking plant bitch that is gonna make Stardancer look like a fucking goth.
What fucking plant bitch are you talking about?
The fucking rose bitch! I don't know.
I'm not talking.
Ooh.
I'm not talking with anyone that
Mhm,
you're. I'm literally talking with family. Okay,
mhm.
we're
I'm onto
chilling.
Mhm.
I'm talking with family.
On to you.
I'm on to you.
What do you mean? What, my family?
Yes.
Yeah.
What do you- I don't know what you're onto, my guy.
Listen,
Legit.
I have played enough D&D to know that when somebody that looks like your family or who is your family shows you like propaganda of you being sad and stuff to rile you up and then ask you
No.
for powers.
Look, this has been hundreds of years that this war has been going on between the Castells and the vampires, okay? This has been going on for so long. They were raised with the expectation that, yeah, you're gonna be in fights. I'm sorry, it's inevitable, my guy. Like,
No, and again,
you might be able to avoid them by just not being on the front line, but
no, and I'm not saying that I don't get where you're coming from. Realistically, I get it. I really do. 100%. However, I am saying this out of game. I am expecting that to fall on your ass one day or another.
oh, yeah,
Mhm.
maybe. When I was originally like talking to Ori about Warlock Pact, this is not how I was expecting it to go at all. Like in the slightest. I heard vampire lords and I was like, oh, vampire lords, Caradon damn fear things. Hey, maybe there's like a chill vampire around. Maybe there's a chiller vampire who happens to be around that we could talk to. Or maybe things will just go really badly and I'm forced to make a deal out of like, not because I want to, but because I have to. I don't know. We'll see when we get there. This is not what I was expecting in the slightest.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna complain.
No,
This is a lot more chill than the alternatives.
yeah, and
Mm.
I'm just cause okay. I'll give context a little bit for why I am so paranoid about that. Before I was playing D&D a lot with you guys, I was in like another group, and literally one of the campaigns, one of the major themes was just like the gods themselves and how easily you can get fucked with them. I had made some choices in that game that I thought on surface value they were going to be okay, and because I didn't read the fine print or didn't think about it more than 2 seconds, some bad shit did happen that we had to fix afterwards. I am not
Ooh.
trusting any other entity again that's just like, hey,
yeah,
do you want
that's
this
real.
thing?
To be fair, if I had thought of if Caradon had thought about it more, I considered it. But if if Caradon had thought about it more, they really would have done some kind of checks to try and understand, is this person actually real, is it an illusion kind of thing. But yeah, unfortunately, despite the fact I was just like, no, why would you say that? They're an idiot. I
Mhm.
love them. I love them. The emotional intelligence is only high in terms of I know how to lie to people and do a bit of manipulation to get my way. They have no IQ
Yeah,
at
no.
all.
And
An idiot. I love them, but they're so dumb.
they're so dumb. And like legit Duchess's like mindset for carries, like I care about them and I hope they'll be okay. But if they play stupid games, they're gonna expect stupid prizes, and I will help them somewhat to get out of that, but I'm gonna be like, I warned you.
Okay, told you so.
Look. I just wanted a long range option, okay? I just wanted an option
Carradine,
that wasn't fucking
I am
running across a map in sheer anger and then getting fireballed by Aether, you know? Do you remember that? Where we all of us got fireballed by Aether, because I do.
Yeah, Carradine, I get that. I really do. I really get that. I make guns. You could have had a Glock in your inventory, but you're like, you could have had a Glock into your thing, and then it's like, no, Eldritch Blast, but at what cost?
Consider the aesthetic.
Mm-hmm. Also,
Fuck the aesthetic. My friends are gonna die.
Consider not every single person in the party. We all do have a firearm. I think you were the only one with firearm proficiency. Every time I have used my gun in this campaign, I have missed horribly. I think I shot myself in the foot session 1.
That is true.
That is true. I need to teach. I gotta show you guys how to properly use a firearm.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know how to use one. I know how to. But also, I think my gun. Hang on, let me check. I've still got my character sheet open. I think the gun I've got only has like a 30-foot range, like short, like a normal range, and the long range is longer. But yeah, my palm pistol is 40 foot. Aether was 300 foot away from me. Do you remember how big that map was?
Oh no, absolutely. I am not saying I don't get where you're coming from. I am just saying if you want a longer range gun, I am right here. I had a Glock in my Rory waiting just for you.
I need to be sitting pretty in the look. Have you seen the hit point totals of some people in this party?
Yes, it's very low. But again,
I get
Glock in my Rory.
I got it. Glock.
We've got so off topic. Guys, let's just go for a different question. We've been here for so long.
I have a question.
Alright, what's your question?
So, since Phineas and Anwell might be late, how do we feel like that's gonna
what?
affect the party?
I'm really excited to see Anwell leave, simply just because I know how Cal writes, and I'm excited to see what they're gonna cook up.
True.
Oh boy.
Yes.
Oh boy.
I'm excited to see Tal cook.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god,
I am
thank
also
you.
excited to see Tal cook. Yeah, I'll say it's
Oh
the
my
same thing here.
god.
I'm excited to
Thank
see how
you.
like that's gonna evolve, especially for the relationship with Carradine. Not to say that I don't want to get to know them better as Duchess. It's just we haven't had the time, and it's like
We should spend some of the downtime chatting,
Yes.
because I think things have shifted quite a bit in the last couple sessions. There's probably things we need to address at least.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, absolutely.
And if not, just have some chill times, you know? Just chill time.
No, but I think like if you're asking me right now, I would miss them, player me and Duchess me as well. And I would be excited to see what happens to them next time we show up. But it's not gonna affect me like intensely and emotionally like the person going next to me.
Yeah, no, fair enough. I don't know. I'm excited because I will be honest. I know that we have not really been talking to Phineas as much, so I am excited to see what he is going to do and get up to on his break. Because I do feel bad. We did break him. We broke him out of hospital jail, and then we were like, "Okay, you're our friend now. Bye."
Yeah.
And then he's just been in the van with us for the last several sessions.
But do you remember that time? Wait, guys, do you remember that time we just hid him just under a blanket? Like,
For 2
so
weeks.
long. Yeah.
3
Yeah,
weeks.
he was gone for 2 weeks in a blanket.
And I'm so sad too, because Phineas has like a really crazy connection that nobody has picked up on yet, and I've said this a couple times. Nobody's
Is it
picked
the
up on
wait, is it the one that I know about? Or is it a
Ooh.
different one?
it. DM at me.
No, the thing when I was in the US. You
Ooh.
know. Is it to do with that?
No,
or is it something else?
Not that. There's another connection. That
Ooh. Interesting.
literally in this server you could find it.
Oh.
I'm not even joking.
Okay.
And
Good
it
to
would
know.
be-
I might do some hunting later through
Please.
old messages.
I mentioned something related to it today, but yeah.
Very fair. Very fair.
Mm.
Maybe we'll find out soon.
Yeah. Did I answer the question? Sure.
You could.
Phineas, I think we've spoken approximately 2 sentences in our lives.
Phineas, unfortunately, I think what the issue is that the other 3 NPCs have all appeared in a character's backstory, and so there is an established connection there. Like Anwil and Caradwin are siblings, Mason and Magnus are married, and Adrian and Alcro are dating, and Phineas is the guy you guys picked up from a hospital.
I think also there was the whole thing of like there was that established connection going on with Dominica, and then there was that whole little avoidance thing that happened. And I think it went on a little too long because we were going through the horrors, you know.
As you do.
Mhm.
And yeah, as we tend to. So we were going through the horrors a little too long. We were like, oh shit,
Yeah.
it's been a while, huh?
It was also kind of rough because I think you got introduced right with like Cheeky and Vervis as well, and so it's like, okay,
Yeah.
new person, new people who are played by my friends who I know and love.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes, he
Yeah.
had a rough start and a continuation. Hopefully, when he comes on, maybe later, if he decides to join up again, hopefully he'll have this
Mhm.
Mhm.
coming in.
Yeah.
Because that's one of the things that I feel like I kind of assumed would work out in this game is the NPCs. Because on
Mhm.
Jupiter, it worked so well because we were stuck on a boat. Everybody was kind of
Yeah.
forced to interact with the other characters.
Also,
You know what I mean?
there was also like it was a smaller party as well.
Yeah.
We had a
Mhm.
little bit more time for those interactions. Like we were basically a 3-person party for most of it.
Yeah.
So we had a lot of time to have those interactions fleshed out.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Junie, I miss you. You live
It
forever
is-
in my heart.
I will give you guys one hint, is that Phineas does have a connection to Juniper, and that is the thing that I am saying nobody has figured out yet. So
Oh my god, I would not know.
it's okay.
What's
Have we
Phineas's
got it?
last
Have we
name?
got it? Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. Have we got a surname from him?
He does.
Have we
Do you
got
know
it?
it?
Yeah, it's on his character sheet.
Oh.
Hold on.
Hang on a second.
Hold on. Live reaction.
Elkhart.
Hold on, chat. Give us
Phineas
1 second.
Phineas Elkhart.
Alucard? Oh my god, Alucard.
Hey, guys. Phineas is actually the son.
No! Wait a minute. I remember that name. Oh. Ari.
Oh no.
Wait.
Hello,
Are you kidding me?
hello, hello.
That was so long. That was like Arc 6.
Hello. Was
Wait.
very long ago.
Wait. Oh wait. Was Tybalt the? No. Shut
Nar.
the fuck up.
Written literally the first word of his backstory. Decided the day I made him.
Holy.
You guys
Oh.
looked at it with the class.
I've
Oh,
been
that's-
sitting on this for a year and a
I-
half.
Look. None of us in character know shit.
I
We have
hope
to live with the knowledge of this out of character. Tragically.
Oh god,
We have
if
to call
Mako
Abe.
was still alive!
We have to go to Mako's grave. We have to cast Fuck with Dead.
I really hope somebody goes back to the Juniper of the Sea Fireside chat, because we
Mhm.
mentioned Tybalt Elkhart on there, and I think I say something about him, and then I go quiet, where I'm like, yeah, Tybalt Elkhart. Nobody picks up on it.
Oh god.
Look, Ari.
Phineas,
I
Yeah.
don't remember people's surnames at
you're
all.
totally good.
I only realized you're like, guys. And I'm like, Let me rack every memory
Yeah.
I've ever had of these games.
Mhm.
Phineas is kind of a character that's interacted with Duchess and Dominica primarily. You know,
Mhm.
like I feel like all of the other characters have interacted with the other characters at least once. Phineas is kind of
I
constricted.
don't know.
Not
We
only
kind
Phineas,
of,
but
like, I know me and V interacted with him once or twice, but that's because we broke him out of jail and then hid him in Caradon's house for several weeks.
Yeah, you hid him in my
Um,
house. I forgot about that
yeah.
part.
And then in the car next to you with several blankets over him for 3 weeks. But then after that, we kind of fell off. Because I feel like, I hate to say, sometimes the party forms like little groups of people.
yes.
Like, I have interacted with Adrian once. I have never interacted with Anwell. And I have also never interacted with Mason.
Mhm.
Have you not?
Have
Yeah.
you not?
No, I interacted with Mason via like osmosis because I talked to
Oh.
Duchess in her hospital room and he was in there. Where I was like, "Hey, if Florence shows up to kill you, fucking run, dog."
Mhm.
That is something that I am hoping to break up over the next couple of arcs, because I'm really wanting to get the party. I feel like something we've struggled with as a party is I feel like we've struggled with, and I think I've talked about this to Talis. I feel like we've struggled with like not working as a party, but like acting like a party. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like I feel like there's the Ryan V group, and I feel like there's the Duchess and Mason group, and then everyone else kind of is like either a straggler with an NPC or just by themselves, you know?
Yeah.
I have an arc planned in the future where like it's going to like be kind of like putting characters that don't normally work together in proximity with each other and splitting up the characters that normally work with those characters.
I would be.
Fuck
I'm
yeah.
so excited for that.
Yeah, and so I'm hoping that helps. And I feel like if not, there might need to be like a conversation, because I feel like one of the issues that we have is I feel like we have a lot of characters that are like, I protect my people and I'm working with everybody else to ensure that this is okay, which isn't a problem in like a standalone character, I feel like. But when it's an entire party of people, it becomes difficult, I feel.
I'm
I think
protecting
my
my people,
awesome-
and my people is the party now.
Yeah.
That responsibility is now transferred.
Yeah.
It's you all. It's all of you. If even one of you gets hurt, I'm gonna go ape shit.
Yeah, it's also, I think, just the size of the party. Because, like, we, I know, talked about, we're like, hey, 5 hours might be a little long, gang. And so we're trying to cut down on time. And so then it's like, okay. Because I know sometimes I go into a session, I'm like, all right, in my brain, I have to talk to 3 people about different things. And then when the session actually comes, I go, oh, I need to actually talk to this person about this thing, really important. And then I go, okay, I'm out of time. Next session. Like, I think, because I don't
Repeat.
talk. Yeah, I know I don't talk to Caradon really often, and I really, really need to talk to Caradon about shit. I need to grab you by your shoulders and go, you have a warlock pact? Dog, we need to talk about this.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I need to talk to you about it. I need to talk to Alpha about it.
We can have a group hang
There's
out.
stuff I need to talk with the characters who have a positive intelligence score briefly.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Shit, do I have that? I don't think I do.
I don't. Timmy didn't.
I also
I am
don't.
right here.
I know. I'm saying Duchess. I'm also saying probably V.
Mhm.
Yeah.
About the fact of hey, both me and my sibling are turning up undead, which I thought was just a side effect of Form of Dread. Turns out it's not.
Ooh.
We
Mhm.
need to talk about that. I'm also
Yeah.
excited about things combat-wise as well.
Mhm.
For a group that focuses on things that, you know, kill undead things, like V, who has the most, basically one of the best features, which is turn undead and destroy undead, which I'm not a worry for destroy undead, but
Mhm.
turn undead in the middle of
Absolutely.
combat could cause me problems.
Mhm. Oh
You
no,
turn
absolutely.
undead while you're standing next to more undead, so you just can't get close to free. Oh, but then you can't get healing. Oh, yeah, no, not great. Shit.
You know how many spells don't work on dead and constructs?
That's crazy. Oh,
Your wounds isn't gonna work on me.
oh, shit. Oh.
Yeah.
Do we think
Hey.
inflict wounds would work the same, or are we just gonna fucking murder you on accident?
I can't lay on hands myself.
Shit.
Yeah, that's gonna
Yeah,
be fun.
we might be boned. We might have to revert to.
Oh god, I didn't
Oh,
even
no.
think about lay on hands. I'm a character who's built to kill undead things and not affect them in negative ways only. Oh boy.
Oh, no.
Oh boy.
Oh, no, gamer.
Oh
gonna
no, I
suck.
hadn't even thought about healing. Wait, hang on. Hang on, let me check something. Let me check something. That doesn't have an effect on undead or construct? Okay, it was this one. Let me check this one. This still has no effect on undead or construct? Okay. Let me check this one. Okay, guys, I have a healing spell that works on me.
Okay.
I haven't got it yet. I need to have third level spells, but it will eventually. I think V can also get it. It's not a spell that we cast,
Okay.
but
Worst case scenario, we can rule it out one way or another.
yeah. But I think healing potions are fine with me. So I might just go, hey guys, can I steal your healing potions in exchange for I will use all my healing spells on you guys?
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be a nightmare though.
Yeah.
Hang on,
No.
healing spells and undead 5e.
Yeah, you're gonna say
We
Ori?
maybe want to do a couple other questions and then wrap up because we are getting close to 1 hour of.
Oh,
recording.
shit.
Sure.
We go.
I don't know how long you want them to be, but I don't know if anybody else has like any glaring questions before we do the question of the week.
Oh yeah, dude.
Ooh, not really. I've kind of just been chilling. I will be honest. I forgot we were.
Tal, did you have a question?
Um,
Oh yeah, sorry,
Um,
Gwen, you were saying something.
Hey, can I even
No,
answer
I've
the previous
finished.
one? I just talked about Phineas a lot.
We did. talk
Oh
about
yeah, I did talk about Phineas a lot. I did not mention the fact that, my sister's not going to be sticking around. Look,
Yeah.
we got a problem here, guys, which is
mhm.
she has not changed in 10 years. She doesn't remember most of the last 10 years that happened. Caradwin is a very different person to when they were 18 years old. Oh my god, people grow up after time passes, and they spent the last 10 years in not the healthiest mindset. So going from that to, hey, we're back, everything's okay, right? Trying to go back to the person they were when they cannot really do that. Yeah, but they're trying to find the button to press. There's no button to press.
Yeah.
They've learned that there is no button to press, and now just like, well, what do I go from here? And maybe the time apart will do them some good.
Probably.
Maybe.
I think they just honestly both need time to reflect. Like,
I think Caradwin needs to not be dependent on other people, which is a massive character flaw of theirs. Which is like they tend to rely on other people not to do things for them, but to be like kind of a stopping point of like, I don't know what's like good and bad, just aim in a direction, I can do this for you. You've just got to aim in a direction first. Which is good for a soldier. It's not good for somebody who's got to be in a party. They're great at following orders. They're not great at leading, despite their charisma score.
No,
So they need to find a way to be independent of being dependent on other people. This might help. We'll see.
And I mean, what I'm gonna be, we're gonna get the opportunity where I get to like check you out and like make sure like see what's going on with that undead stuff. I mean, I'm also a little bit wise. You can probably tell me like, hey Duchess, if you were to have like a sibling that you lost for 10 years and saw them
We're gonna have a talk. We're gonna have a big talk either next session or session after. Depending how long next session is.
Yeah.
Also, we've had multiple discussions about this, but I can't wait to see how Caradon reacts to when Halsey eventually tries to pull shit on Duchess. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
The rest of the party too, obviously, but
Yeah. Audience knows some stuff about this. And how that original conversation went, the original two. So, we'll see what happens. It's gonna be fine.
Yeah. Alright.
Oh, Good Fairy would have worked so well. Good Fairy exists, now we don't have a druid. God damn it.
Yeah.
God damn it. Good Fairy works on undead.
Unfortunately, no free food for us. No. All right. What's another good question to ask? Ooh. Okay. I got one. So, knowing that right now we're going deep into the Breathing Woods to talk to the the troop of people that, like, we got some side quests going on, but we're going to get Helsay out of game, and in game we're going there for the library and also going to check in on that other fragment. As we're going into the Breathing Woods, and just like if we're checking out other places besides going in for the fragments, what is your character kind of like looking forward to, slash what is your character like trying to focus on in the immediate future? And to spin it for UDM, I mean, I kind of already mentioned, like, what's your thing you're excited for the future path. What's a good way to spin with this? What's like something you're particularly excited for the Breathing Woods as a whole? Hehehe.
Nobody else.
Let's go with the Quinn. You go first.
Yeah.
The thing I am looking forward to, and that Rye is also going to be mostly focusing on, is getting that second fighter level.
Mm-hmm.
I need second one.
Yeah.
But in like more in character, it's more along the lines of just like taking kind of a step back and being like, okay, for the last, how long's it been Calamity going on? Like month and a half in game? 2 months?
No, not month and a half.
No. It's been a lot longer than that. We've had a lot of travel time.
I feel like we're almost at like, because Phineas said like 1 year it's been since he was in there, and I think he said like 9 months he was stuck in the thing. And I don't know if it's been 3 months. I'm tempted to say it's been close to a year. You guys have been traveled around.
Oh,
I don't think it's that close. I'd probably say like in the 4 to 5 month range with the travel time.
I'd say like 6. Yeah, for the last 6 months, every like couple weeks, he has been literally injected with like a new dose of information that's like, hey gang, what's up? It's me. You ready for something that you're probably not ready to handle? And so he has just been going, okay, I'm not ready to handle this. Different plate, new issue.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think he's probably going to spend some time just being like, okay, what the fuck just happened?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Something just happened. Yeah, no, but just kind of not like processing, but more just like picking through it. Because also on top of everything, he has found out, he's been alive for 35 years, and for like a good, I'd say like 30 of them, he's just been like, okay, either both of my parents are dead or both of my parents are massive dicks. And, both of those are true, just for different ones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Not
they've
really.
been huge assholes, and then it's just like, yeah, you know what unifies a family more than anything else? A death.
Death of a loved one. This is more just, yeah, no, but, yeah, and so I'm excited to focus on that, as well as I'm excited to take a little bit more of a backseat and just see what you guys are doing.
Mm-hmm. I'm also wanting to like add on to that and say, like, I'm excited to like explore aspects that aren't you just being like, oh, here's more information, by the way. What the fuck is going on with your werewolf stuff?
Every 2 weeks I walk directly into the woods without saying anything, and then I show up slightly more disheveled at the next morning, and that's it. I don't know. I have been meaning to DM Ori about this, where I was like, I don't know what the fuck is going on with that, and that's kind of a thing, and I don't want to get rid of it, but I don't know what to do with it. So
I've been
hopefully,
kind of that, so we probably should discuss it.
yeah. Because I also remember at the beginning of the game, we were like, we should keep track of this, and then every like 3 sessions, it was like, hey, did that happen?
Did that happen? Oh yeah, it's coming up
Oh
soon.
shit. Yeah, and I was like, okay, well, bye-bye. Nothing happened and all that stuff, so I don't know. We'll figure it out, but I'm excited.
And seeing other aspects of Rai we haven't seen, where he's like, he's just
Yeah.
he's processing information. He's not gathering more.
I know. I'm also really excited to see someone specific that I really like. NPC.
That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I know.
Wait, remind me of who?
Yolfa.
Oh yeah, Yilfa.
I'm so excited for that.
She's so nice. I like her so much, and I feel like, we just kind of in Winterfall again. It was the whole thing where it was like a shitload of NPCs, also Cheeky and Burvis. I love you, Cheeky and Burvis. And all that stuff. And then we kind of skipped over the fact that her mom is like literally one of the K clones from Juniper.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Like, yeah, no, that's fair.
The Kate clones, I feel like, are one of the most fucked up things with, and I'm very proud of that.
Yeah, no. They are fucked up, but I love them dearly.
That I'm thinking about the fucking dream sequencey thing that went on when we first saw them. It was so
It was fun.
Junie, I miss you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Caradwin, what are you looking for in the Breathing Woods?
Hey, look, out of character. I'm gonna start with out of character first. Guys, did you know we have another series called Witch of the Woods that takes place in the Breathing Woods? Oh my god.
Oh my god, I love Witch of the Woods.
This is just over 100 years after. And I get to see how the place has changed. I mean, I'll get to see it soon as well. But I get to see it a century after what the end of season 1 was with Siren. And I get to see that. It'll be great. Oh, yes.
May I bring up the thing that I talked to you and Quinn about, Tal? The two of you.
So.
Nice.
So we kind of decided that Siren and Rai were related somehow.
Oh.
And so
Red hair.
Red hair
Pronoun.
and pronouns, yeah.
Yeah, that's the only reason.
Yeah. No other reason.
Interesting.
Look.
Yeah.
So, anyway, Siren, love you. Can't wait to see you again. Can't wait to see the Witch of the Woods crew. I love them all so much.
I'm so
Anyway, Caradwin. There's a couple things. I mean, Caradwin's last 10 years were kind of spent in the same 2 to 3 countries, really. And kind of split in between the two depending on where work took them, and the Breathing Woods wasn't really one of those. So it's going to be something new they'd never seen before. They used to really want to explore the world as a kid. It was going to be a thing the twins did, but they always wanted to go explore the world. And this is going to be a little fraction of that. It'll be nice. They're going to enjoy it. Also, I've got to redo the book contents a little bit for some other stuff that is Ash now, which is fine. But I can encounter weird and cool plants.
Exactly. Oh, God.
And there's weird, mildly fayish things that might come up. I love Fae related things. I don't know if they're still there. Maybe things have changed since I was there with Siren. But weird fayish things. I love you. Beautiful.
That's gonna be fun to see if there's any remnants of the faction still there.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Yeah. Yeah. On my end, I'm gonna say out of game. I also agree. There's some stuff I'm excited for. From a game design standpoint, and also from a DM standpoint, I liked what Ori did with Winterfall and made some of the infected unique. So I'm excited to see how that is affected in the Breathing Woods and kind of the more jungly kind of areas. So
I think we've seen the art of the Breathing Woods.
I've seen them. They're so fucking cool.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what kind of new abilities they have.
In Ryan V's Session 0, and this was not something that was implemented into the character's design, there was an infected that was a goat lady, and she would not die.
Oh my god.
We had to restart their Session 0 because she killed them.
Yeah, and then on top of that, in the second round of that, round 2 of Session 0, she almost outlasted Turn Undead because she would not die.
Oh shit!
we were just stabbing the shit out of her for like 4 straight turns, and her undead fortitude was so good. I can hear Go Zombie Go in the back of my fucking brain. That wasn't even around back then, but
Oh my god.
yeah, no. She is my nemesis, and I hope that she's permanently dead.
Yeah, if the goat infected is still alive, that'd be cool if like she. You know what would be freaky? Imagine like she's just a constant pursuer and we can't kill her.
Something just
Don't
happened.
give me ideas now, Zach.
I am giving you ideas. That would be funny.
Wow. Mari might kill you, actually, and I mean this genuinely.
Can you imagine how fucked up that is?
Oh
Where
my
you're
God.
like sleeping peacefully, and the zombie doesn't even run. It's just like slowly slugging out you. It always knows where you are. And one night you're just laying down and you open your eyes and you can just see it just slugging towards you.
Yeah,
God,
it's
that would
like
be
it's
so
like the
fucked
immortal
up.
snail.
Yeah,
Oh, that would be fun.
I can't wait for that to come back in December. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Well, Ori,
yeah.
aside from not being able to wait for the immortal snail, what can't you wait for in the Breathing Wood?
Oh my god, okay,
Mm.
so
What a segue. What a segue.
Mhm.
Breathing Woods is my favorite faction. Witch of the Woods, I basically wrote Witch of the Woods when I was like, okay, I love the Breathing Woods. I need to do something with it right now because I can't wait. And so Witch of the Woods came out to get to that, and I was like, okay, I'm writing Witch of the Woods now. I am very excited to see the remnants of the factions. Me and Kate have kind of been doing something on and off for Hellsay while she's been away. And so she's
my God,
been
have
to the
you?
Breathing Woods, and we've been seeing the remnant of what's been left behind. It's so fucking. There is a glaring Witch of the Woods reference right there. And what I'm very, very excited about is how many like NPCs from Witch of the Woods are like still alive. You know, like how many of them are still here.
Some of the BPs probably are. We just gotta wait and see what they live through Witch of the Woods. But
Yeah.
some of them might be. Feasibly.
Mhm.
I know some people are human and probably won't be, but like there's a couple other races that exist in that might still mean that some of them are around still.
Mhm.
Yes. I'm so excited.
I love the Breathing Woods.
I'm checking the Witch of the Woods campaign really like right now.
Mm.
Please.
I-
Ria might still be around. Eri might still be around.
Ooh.
Siren might still be around.
Siren
my
might still
God.
be around.
Tosh is probably
Tosh?
dead.
Tosh is either dead or very, very old.
Yeah.
No,
No.
it's the main character maybe know how to sustain themselves a little bit longer.
True. Yeah, no, I am very excited. I'm very excited for Witch of the Woods season 2. Well,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yes. Yes,
I love the Breathing Woods so much. I
It's
literally could sit down and talk about the Breathing Woods for like 5 hours if you wanted to.
Dude.
I would listen to you do that,
Yeah.
honestly.
From
Yeah,
what?
no.
From the little information I know about the factions, it's so fucking sick. I love it so much. It's one of my favorite ones as well.
I am so happy that Timmy and Rye were from there because I was like, this gets to show up today. And even today, the Meredith, the lady you talked to, had a wolf mask on.
I know.
Oh,
I saw that. In my notes, in all caps, it just says breathing with reverence.
For a hot second, when you said that, I was like, this bitch better not be Dalaria. That would be so funny.
No.
The
Both are
fucking
in there.
balls. I hate them all. I hate them all, except Ria. She's my beloved, but I hate them all. Ugh.
Yeah.
Meredith was so sweet.
Yeah,
She was
she's
like,
a wolf.
find my daughters, my house burned down. She came.
God,
her
you
house
said that. I
burned
got
down.
violent flashbacks.
I have. Do you guys know the meme that's like life serving cunt death?
Yeah.
That's her.
Yes.
And her 2 lines in Calamity. Yeah, no, I'm very excited for the Breathing Woods. I can't narrow it down into one thing. I'm very excited for Hellsay. I love Hellsay. I'm so excited for you guys to get to go see the Rams in their fragment because I feel like the Rams are some of the ones that are like the most interconnected with their fragment.
Mm.
Mhm.
Rams are so cool. I love them.
The second one that I'm most excited for you guys to go see is Cyrena. There's no fragment there, but there are things there that I'm really, really excited about. There's no fragment there yet that I've decided. The fragments are kind of moving around in my head, but there's no fragment in Cyrena yet, but I have a lot of really, really exciting stuff there. So if you guys go there eventually, if not, no big deal. I'll be
Please.
disappointed.
Please.
I will
We've
go
got
there.
to for Mason. We've got to go there for Mason.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, beachside wedding for Duchess and Mason.
Yes.
Oh god. Yeah, and then Florence shows up and applauds.
Yeah.
Yeah, she like comes out of the beach sand like a fucking ominous messenger.
Yeah.
Goes, I object, and then she leaves.
She just she doesn't even have a monologue. She just says I object and leaves.
Dissolves back down into the sand.
Honestly, like if we ever do actually have like a full-on marriage there, I am fully expecting Florence to show up or something to go wrong in general.
My favorite thing, I've done an epilogue session. My favorite thing for Juniper was the wedding epilogue. Tak, who was Rose's recent first character, and Kiral, who showed up in the campaign, it was their wedding. It was so much fun. We did like a PvP session at the wedding because they were like, yeah, we're both barbarians. Let's fuck it up. And so everybody PvP'd. They had a lot of fun. There were so many interactions there that I still think about. Like Valorant and Hannah, Valorant was Taliesin, had an interaction there that hurt, and it was great. And so if we end up having the vlog session be at Mason and Magnus's actual wedding, I won't be upset.
Oh my god.
That'd be fun.
I remember. The wedding was so nice. I loved it so much.
Yes. Quinn was there for the final session, 2 sessions, and then turned into a giant tree. And
then I was featured in Mako's Nightmares.
Yeah. The tree that trigger warning Akkad was hanging from was Quinn's character.
I forgot that detail. Oh
Let's go.
no! So that means he's dead too, huh?
Yeah. I'm a tree now. Honestly, I'd rather be a tree in the zombie apocalypse than fully alive.
True.
I'm even now. Sorry I died.
But I'm
in heaven now.
Also, can I
like this.
Yeah. Can I mention something else I'm also excited for? Like,
please.
It's kind of Breathing Woods related because like it's just nature and everything. I want to know what the fuck is the Wild Mother doing?
Joel, I need you to know, if Caradon dies, I am most likely bringing in a very Wild Mother aligned person.
Oh yeah.
I'm so excited for that. I'm not excited for Caradon to die. I've heard about your back.
Look, if they die or if they retire, they might retire from the party. It depends what happens and what trauma happens. Knowing Ori, there might be trauma that causes them to leave.
Hey. Are you gonna want to retire them to be a Wild Mother related thing? Because no spoilers, but we all know who the Wild Mother is, right?
Your favorite.
Next question.
Next question. All right.
I've got options. Depends if I leave first.
Of course. Okay. All right. So, something else I want. Another question I have. That this is going to be a bit more of a different thing. Since Helsay is going to be coming next session and taking over as the official.
In a future couple sessions, not next session, but in a couple.
In a couple. Listen, Helsay is coming eventually. Trademark.
Oh my god.
So knowing Helsay is going to be coming in eventually, there's also going to be the potential for more guests coming down the line. So, when that moment comes where we'll have another guest coming up in the game, who are you excited to see again, or who do you think would be a cool guest to have on the come join the crew, depending on the context and the situation?
I can't say shit.
Yeah, you know these people.
Damn question.
Yeah.
When we go back to Winterfall. Oh no, you go first.
Okay. I'd love to see. Look, I don't know who I'd want to see specifically, but I think there's a couple of realms that we have very little information on, and I'd love to see some people from them. Cybron, maybe. Cyrena, maybe. The Forges, maybe. Draconia, whoa, maybe. I don't know. I'd love to see people from one of those.
Oh, absolutely. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like when I was thinking myself, like, I have like a. It started off with one character, and now like I've made a whole repertoire of characters I would be ready to like replace Duchess with if she ever dies again or like also retires. There's one character I have in mind now that like besides like the sweetheart of a Zatir I might introduce at some point if it's not there or somewhere other campaign.
Yeah.
Aw.
Same seas.
Hmm. It would be like I want to play like a dwarf, but not like just like a dwarf from the Great Mines, but not just like a normal dwarf. I want it to be like I want to kind of have like a Viking motif and kind of be like because there's these things in Warhammer Age of Sigmar called Slayers that their
Ooh.
whole thing is that they live gloriously and violently, and their whole point is that they're trying to have the most like glorious death. And
Ooh. Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
so
Ooh.
they go in fighting every single day with valor and joy in their heart, knowing that one day they will fall, but in a good way. And I want to play that so bad.
Oh, cool.
That's so cool.
I will say, it didn't end up working out in the end, but Kai initially was meant to be in the main party. We were initially supposed to have 8 players.
Mhm.
And Kai was supposed to play a character that was coming like in and out of the campaign because Kai's schedule was kind of hectic. Things didn't work out in the end. They were initially supposed to be from Draconia. So I just thought I'd share that. So
Sure.
Yeah.
Do you have any info on their character you wish to share, or?
I think they were gonna play someone who had a dragon. I think they were planning on being a ranger with like a beast master.
Drake Warden.
No,
We're gonna ignore my Drake Warden Ranger that might be a backup. We're gonna ignore that.
Mhm. Not looking.
But yeah, that was the kind of vibe of character that they were bringing. We didn't get very far in the creation process, unfortunately.
That's
But
fair.
I am very happy that Cheeky and Rufus worked out, and I hope Cheeky and Rufus can show up again soon.
Mhm.
Me too.
There has been discussions in the works, so maybe eventually. But nothing to be confirmed.
Whoa.
And I do have at least, I think, 2 other people who I do have that have expressed interest in joining. So,
Do you have like a certain like do you know how many guests you want to have left for the campaign before it ends, or?
the issue is currently around this time is when I was going to be planning on having another guest on, since it's been about like maybe 6 months, about 6 months since Helsay was on. Well, no, actually, I'm so sorry I lied. I forgot Hilda existed. Within like the next 10 sessions would have been when I introduced the next guest, and I was thinking of either inviting our friend Sam for that or having our friend Amaris show up. But unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, since Timmy died, I thought it would be better for Hellside to show up without another character coming in, because again, the Phineas problem with Cheeky and Vervis showing up, I want Hellside to have for a little while. I want you guys to learn how to work together, because Hellside is going to have some conflict in the party. And I feel like giving you guys as much
I still need to bring up that I've been in contact with her at some point.
I am not gonna have one moment where I'm gonna be like, I can go to sleep tonight and not have any issues.
Yeah.
I'll wait until we're on the road. We're gonna have a chill 2 weeks, and I'll wait.
But to fully answer your question as well, I want to have as many of my friends playing in this game as possible. Like, literally, I was sitting there and I was talking to Mari on one of the days, and I was like, Mari, how do I run a 14-person campaign sustainably? I want to play with all my friends at once. And she was like, can't do that. And I was like, I know, it'd be so much fun. And he was like, it would be so much fun. But yeah, no, I want to have as many of my friends as possible. The only issue is, like, with the setting of the campaign with zombies and stuff, is we do have some friends who are scared of zombies, unfortunately. And so with the setting of the campaign, that does also kind of restrict how many guests I'm able to have, because there are not able to play. However, I want to have as many guests as possible. I want as many of our friends to play as possible. So yeah.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for. Yep.
Oh, sorry. There is one guest who I have been talking with every once in a while, whose character I am so excited for. And you're gonna get along with them great, Duchess.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Ooh. Aye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fortunately, the characters that I have talked about with so far, unfortunately, none of them are from Draconia, Great Mines, Siren, Irina, or the other place.
Cyberon.
Cyberon, yeah.
If anything, it'll just be like us discovering that place, yeah.
Yeah. and I'm very excited for you guys to discover that. I'm very excited for a lot of them.
Mhm.
But yeah, we should probably go into our question of the week.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So, Tal, did you had to conjure one up for us?
Oh, I was gonna continue with the one that we didn't really have much time to discuss. There was gonna be a welcome back to Calamity one, but you know now I get answers from I get an in-depth answer from Rye as well, and Ori could talk about it in relation to the PCs. That isn't just a throwaway line. That is a lie.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Ori. So like, it's been a while. It's been like 6 months since since we met as a party, and it's been 10.5 years, since our little session zeros. And some of us were kids back then.
Mm-hmm.
How y'all changed since the end of your backstory / your session zero / just since the start of this campaign, you think? How have your characters changed?
I want to say the joke again so bad, but I already said
Do
it.
Please do. Please do.
No, do it again. Do it again. Do it for the audience.
Yeah.
All right.
Tells like do it again.
Puts on sunglasses.
Do it again.
Mine has definitely gone into the ground since then. Blam, ba-chom, blam, 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 ba-chom, blam, blam, blam. Thank you, Ori. Thank you. I'll be here all week. But yeah. I'll also answer since I talked first because of that stupid ass joke. But yeah. Mako. I'm gonna start with him because we need some Mako representation. I'm looking at you, Rem. But I think I talked about it a bit earlier during like the message I wrote down, and I'll talk about it again, but like go a little bit more into detail. Mako, after Juniper and getting with Calamity, he was an absolute wreck. There was, I think I talked about it before in the Fireside, but I'll mention it here again because it's a detail I really like. At some point, I actually wanted Mako to be even worse than like because in the show, like when he was like revealed, like he was like a saddled man, but he wasn't that bad. I actually planned on him being like a heavy alcoholic and drug user. Like that's how deep I wanted like his self-hate and depression to go to. But overall, it still kind of appeared during his character, and just like he viewed the party at first like, oh yeah, I'll go on this last adventure with you guys just for the fuck of it. But in his head, he was just not okay. And to be fair, he didn't have the greatest of times when he was still around. But if there was one thing he was happy with the sense that he actually got to talk with people again and actually like be out on the road with them and not just be around in the Scarlet Eye, which there were some people in there who liked him, but he was like, he's like that one drunkard that is friends with some people, but that others are just like, oh, it's him. And knowing that like him and Aether had a very like uncertain relationship, and he never even knew about Helsay, he didn't really enjoy his life. But like having like one last group and one last adventure, that really lifted up his spirits despite the stuff that Florence made him go through. And I know like I joked about it with MC earlier before we did the first recording of tonight's session, but I genuinely believe that besides the terror that like being infected brought, he was happy. He was actually like happy for the first time in a while, and it was just like, I'm sad that I have to go and I wasn't able to continue with like what I was able to start with interacting with these people, but at least I can say I had a great time, and I hope that they do okay. And hopefully he's still watching over them besides the fuck shittery that is upper planes or lower planes or whatever the fuck is the system for heaven in this game. Yeah, that's from Mako. Duchess wise, like also what I wrote down earlier, she has been through the ringer her whole fucking life. Some of that was because of herself, some of that is just the universe. And going from a very angry woman who didn't know what to do with her life and was just so centered on like one thing, that being revenge, and finally getting that twice, even I'd say. At first, I like that would have made her happy, and she would just have to be like, "Oh shit, well now what do I do in my life?" And she would be aimless. But on top of like everything else she's been through, I think it kind of just really like, it kind of matured her. I feel like in my eyes, in a kind of ass backwards kind of way, where it's like, yeah, like there's zombies and shit going on that like kind of like ruins a lot, and I'm still hurting. I'm not perfect. And I still have to get better with these group of people that I'm traveling with if I expect to take on this woman who is practically trying to bring in 2 apocalypses in her lifetime. But she's improved a lot, and I'm honestly really proud of her for that. For both an out-of-game and an in-game reason, it's really fun to see a character get better. She's not entirely perfect yet, but I feel like within the last couple of years, she's improved a lot, and that makes me really happy.
I love Duchess.
Oh, yeah.
I love her too.
She is. I'm gonna be so honest. Duchess, my favorite character in the Calamity crew. I love her. She's great.
Stop!
No.
Because like I love her improvement, but also in my head I'm like, is this going too fast? Am I making her like too good? Like, it's something
I think you're doing great.
Thank you. But yeah, that's my thoughts on those characters. Yeah. So, but and also yeah, I appreciate playing her a lot, and I'm happy you guys really like her.
Yeah.
But yeah. Doo-doo-doo. Right. How do you feel about him, Quinn?
Yeah. Session 0 for my guy was very rough because Oya can attest to this. For Rai's backstory, it is like 10 bullet points that I sent to her. And I have fleshed it out a lot, at least in my head, over the past like fuck, how long have we been playing? Like a year and a half?
Yeah. Yeah, about
Oh
that.
shit. Damn, that's crazy. No, but yeah, I fleshed it out a lot more in my head, and so what started as a guy who is like, okay, have you ever met someone who's just like, I need to do one thing, and then I can finally relax, and then after they do that thing, they go, okay, I need to do one more thing, and I can finally settle down. I need to do one more thing, right? That's kind of how he was pre-apocalypse, and then the apocalypse started, and he was like, and then he also had a kid, V, traveling with him, and he's like, double fuck. And then he was like, you know what? The apocalypse started. Laws are more morally flexible now. I'm just gonna start doing whatever the fuck I want. And then he got into that mindset, and he, over 10 years, he lost a lot of, like, a sense of responsibility, more along the lines of, I care about myself, and I care about this person who fell out with this guy. That's about it. Fuck everybody else. And now, especially since he has the, like, injection of information once a week, he's like, okay, so the thing I thought was done, because statistically it should be, is not, and I'm fucked.
Statistically.
Yeah. Okay, look at the numbers of Etune when Ori posted, this is how many were alive at the start of the apocalypse, this is how many are dead. Right? Statistically, if you were looking for one woman in fucking Pyradian, she should be dead. I didn't know it was gonna be one.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, so statistically, I feel like he's in the right for being like, I'm gonna slack off for 10 years. Fuck this.
That's honestly very fair.
Fair enough.
Yeah, and so that's just kind of what he's been doing. He's slacking off, and now he has to learn to not do that anymore, because now he has actual responsibilities again. And so it's just been the process of him slowly learning to function like a regular human being again, instead of just, okay, that's a big shiny diamond. Yoink. What are you gonna do? Call the cops? They're zombies.
What are they gonna do? Go
Yeah, what are they gonna do? Bite me? I'd like to see him try. I'm really fast.
Want to see me run from here to there?
They can't catch me.
Yeah.
I'm like a whippet.
You wanna watch me run from here to there?
He just keeps running.
Want to see me do
Yeah.
it again?
You wanna see me do it again? Yeah. No, but yeah, and so that's what he's been up
I've done it
to.
now.
too bleeding late. They'd have to catch me first. I'm like a whippet.
Nice.
Yeah.
And do you think like he's learned a lot ever since like he's had to like get his act up? Like, do you think he's improved since then, or?
I think he has improved, like, emotionally slightly, because he has gone from less like, okay, I don't want to talk about my issues with anyone, to I'm going to talk about my issues in specific situations under specific types of pressure. Because I have personal beef. Me, player Quinn, have personal beef with Caladon. He is more along the lines of, he was like, I'm the surprise baby, and also they just lost their son that they knew for at least 6 months. I forgot how long Vimeris was with his parents before he got fucking kidnapped.
It has been a while.
Yeah, they knew him a lot more, and you know, my mom was MIA for several years because, you know,
She was dead.
she's dead.
Yeah, she kind of did.
Can't write letters. Can't write letters when
Oh
you're
my
dead.
God, he did.
But yeah, and so it's more just that. But then there's also been like setbacks where it's like Florence is calling him on his fucking sword, and she's like, "So I just saw that you saw your dad. How was that?" And he's like, "I'm gonna fucking lose it. I need you to stop calling me."
Why are you in my head?
Go Ross, I can't answer the phone right now. I'm driving. She's like, "Oh my god, what's up,
What's up, girly?
Talk to me.
girly pop? You should, you know, go into the middle of the woods at night and like kill this vampire lord that you can't find for plot reasons." Oh my god.
You should what? You should
You should what?
Yeah. There's a vampire in the woods that totally exists that you need to find for plot reasons, but you can't for other plot reasons.
Florence is there like, womp womp.
Womp womp.
Vampire's
What,
never even
brother?
there at the first place. She's just messing with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't put it past
Oh
her.
my God.
She's
Yeah.
one of my favorite villains I've seen you written because she is such an asshole all the fucking time.
Yeah, sometimes you get sympathetic villains and you're like, oh, well, maybe there's not a point.
Wait,
No.
Fracture?
Huh?
Fracture?
No, Florence.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Fracture the villain, and I was like, Fracture's not a... Fracture's
No.
Sorry, keep
I
going.
like
Not
Fracture
yet.
because Fracture will also randomly call me and be like, "Hey, I also just saw your dad. He is such a cunt." By the way, Florence is trying to call you. Should I let her through? And I'm like, "Ah!" And then Florence picks up the phone and goes, "Oh my god, I just saw that you saw your dad. He's such a cunt."
Oh, Florence and Fracture, you guys would get along if you didn't want to kill each other.
Yeah.
If Florence ever actually attuned to Fracture, it would either be the world's like cattiest friendship, or also the world's like most. I'm gonna start growing rocks in your mind so you fucking die. Not before I start killing people.
I'm replacing your brain with crystal meth.
Yeah.
See how
Giving you
I
crystal
saw...
meth.
See how I stabbed Aradia Draken, your old like user? Wow, no, your form was really sloppy.
Very demure.
Really kind of
Very mind. Sorry.
Oh,
You're
well,
the same voice.
maybe if you were actually sharpened, that would actually like, I would actually be able to cut better. Oh, well,
See
maybe.
how I threw you in the woods after I murdered your previous user? Very cutesy, very demure.
See how I abandoned you in a tree where the son of the person that I murdered will find you like 20 years later. Very mindful, very ladylike.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But
Florence-
it's that thing where it's like out of character. I love Florence as a character and as a person. In character, Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love Florence. God, I can't
Yeah.
wait for you guys to find out more about her.
That's gonna be
Me
fun.
too.
I was gonna drop a big bomb today, but then I decided not to.
Next
Interesting.
session.
Maybe not next session. I'm trying to decide if this character knows that yet or not.
Oh.
Interesting.
This character shows up and just starts screaming.
I love how not a single one of these questions has stayed
Yeah,
on topic. It makes me genuinely so happy. When it's chaotic, I love it all.
What was the
should I do
question?
the NPCs for this question? It's the how has your character changed since the outbreak?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. But
Should
yeah,
I do the NPCs?
Please.
If you wanna.
do it.
Anwil is not infected anymore.
Well, it's a grey area.
Debatable.
Yeah.
The very
Anwil
heavy
is
grey
not
area.
as infected as before.
She has her mind back
Right.
at least.
Yeah.
The rest
And
is yikes.
Anwil's chilling. She's in her prime.
She's not girl boss era. It's hot girl summer.
Yeah. Adrian, I definitely feel like is in a much better place than he was. He was from a very rich family that was kind of homophobic. And then they all died. And he came up to Alcro and he was like, "Hey man, my entire family just died. Can I stay with you? I also like the stars." And Alcro was like, "Sick. Come on in." And so that's how they met. And I feel like he's definitely doing a lot better now. Trying to have Adrian gain more confidence the course of the game, because I feel like he's also an anxious boy. So I'm trying to work on that with him. Mason, in the mini session that Mignus had, I said the flirtiest line I've ever said in D&D, and I will never top it. Where I made Kate and Zach both go, "Holy shit." Do you remember what it was?
I'm trying to remember so bad. I remember the feeling it gave me.
Yeah.
I
So
did not
basically-
expect this man to go that far.
Yeah, so basically, Anti-I2 was like, "Oh my god, look at this Mason guy. Isn't he so cute? Like, you guys should go date." And Mignus was like, "Oh no, he's just a friend, you know. We've been planning to go, like, exploring around here together." And Mason goes, "I would love to go exploring with you, Mignus." And,
And I was like,
"Oh!"
"Oh!"
And we were like, "Holy shit." So that was one of Mason's first lines in the campaign, and now he's married.
Maybe.
And then, like, the last thing I think I remember happening with him is in the mini session, I remember Mignus got bitten, Mason, and if you don't want me to share anything from this mini session, Zach, you tell me, because
No, go ahead. I'm just talking
Okay.
to Kate.
you're all good. So basically, lots of people died on that night in their warehouse.
Oh shit.
Mason, I2, and Mignus are the only ones that are left. They get outside, and there's a lot of zombies outside. So Mason calls all the zombies to him and starts running to let Mignus get to the car. And initially, Mason was going to have an undetermined fate in Calamity. But Mignus got bitten, and I2 was like, "Holy shit, you just got bitten." And Mignus was like, "I know, I feel great." And then they got into their car and picked up Mason and drove into the city. And Mignus was like, "Hey Mason, if I turn into a zombie, fucking kill me." And Mason was like, "Sick, absolutely will do."
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I feel like
Mhm.
I don't know. I feel like in some ways he's definitely stayed the same. I feel like out of all of the NPCs, I feel like he's kind of the least changed, besides Anwil, from who he was.
I don't think
I feel
Animal
like-
counts. He was basically frozen for 10 years.
Yeah.
I feel like out of all of them, I feel like Mason has changed.
And he's just remained consistently good.
Yeah. And
You
then
haven't changed protection.
yeah, Phineas, he was in the military when the outbreak happened. And so he had a very tough time on the first day. And I feel like where we've seen like kind of like growth from all the other characters, he kind of like as a character. Like he went from this really confident guy who had a lot of friends to this kind of like shell of a person after what he kind of went through.
Trauma.
I'm also going to talk about Aether and Florence. So basically,
God, I'm
me
gonna
and
have to.
Kate-
I'm gonna have to end this. Oh God.
It's okay. Me, Kate, and Mars and Kai. We didn't do one for Joey, but for those three, we all did session 0. And so I got to see Aether 20 years like before she like was who she was and like who she was gonna become. It was very weird playing her. Like I feel like she was still kind of like. Yeah, no, you ran over all of this. I'm so sorry. I was just reading Sound Mike.
No, you're good.
But no, I feel like it was kind of weird playing her. Like, she was, at the time, this was after Mako had died. This is after she had, like, her psychotic break. And so going back in time where she's like, la la la, I'm walking around with my daughter, was crazy. And so then to jump to Future Aether was kind of crazy. So that's Aether. And I feel like out of all of the NPCs, if I had to say who changed the most, I think it would be Florence, but I can't just. So.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's for the Patreon users.
Yeah, guys, if you subscribe to my OnlyFans right now, I can tell you everything about Florence.
OnlyFans is actually like you make it like there's costs on there, but it's only for the players.
There's literally nothing on there that is inappropriate. It's just me talking about Calamity.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, that is the NPCs. Do you guys have any NPCs you want to hear about the Outbreak Day of? Sorry, to add another question.
No, you're good.
Am I allowed to talk about character yet? Or should I wait until after the NPCs?
Do you want to talk about Caradwen now while everybody else thinks about the NPC?
That's
Yeah.
a good idea.
I mean, I just want to talk about. Okay.
Yes.
So, look, I've been writing a lot about Caradwen's, like, not childhood, but like the later teenage years. Mostly because the AUs start after that, but I want to delve into it. I was having a lot of thoughts about the early teenage years. Caradwen kind of got used to working in a team when they were at home because they were training to be one of the guards of the clan, and they were kind of training in that fighting, but they learned to work with people. And then the apocalypse happened, and they isolated themselves a lot. It was not a good time. They'd gone from kind of the golden retriever kind of guard dog to full lone wolf in it. They were a puppy. They were a puppy beforehand. I love them. They were puppy. And then basically partway through the 10 years, Alora comes up to them and is like, bitch, please. You've got to stop, like, coming home covered in blood, half dead. Not only is this really depressing for Cole and me, who are having to watch this every time, who the fuck's gonna take care of, like, not only this family, but also your sister if you die? What do you think's gonna happen if you kill yourself going and trying to, like, protect people? This isn't gonna work out for you. They finally chilled the fuck out. They did continue to lone wolf things, but at least were not as self-sacrificing for it, which was an important moment for them. Family's important. Found family especially, it's especially important. Blood family can be good. Like, the twins were very well connected and the most important people in each other's lives beforehand. Found family is my beloved. Cole, I love you in my whole heart. But since, we've joined the party, there's been a whole thing of, like, they've kind of, not necessarily regressed, but kind of adapted back to that, yeah, I can actually work with people. I don't have to hold the sole responsibility. I can rely on other people to help me, and also have those people I can protect and not have it feel like I'm losing anything. It does feel like it's a gain now. And they're kind of learning to do that emotionally as well. They're not there yet. They are not there yet. We know this. They're gradually getting into, okay, we can share these issues. Zone of Truth therapy session was kind of in that. There was stuff I was gonna hold on to where I was like, no, I think they're taking the opportunity to just get this out so they don't have to think about it as much. Like, a lot of the vampire stuff was not a thing I was going to discuss during that Zone of Truth, and then they went a little overboard with. They still haven't grown. Yeah, they still haven't grown in terms of, like, a lot of their biases are still the same. They have a lot of problems with undead, which the outbreak did not help. But that is partly a childhood thing with vampires that has lingered over. And they kind of came to terms with a bit themselves when, they got kind of turned. and they've mostly dealt with. It's one of those things where this is gonna probably get a little too real. You know when you're like, I don't think this is a bad character trait in anybody else, but in myself this is a flaw, and it could be like an appearance thing or could be a personality thing. And I think a lot of people do this IRL, where like, I love seeing this on other people. Me? No, unacceptable. We can't have that. That's Caradon. To a T.
Oh, I get it exactly where you're coming from, and
Mhm.
I think it sucks too, because it's like, not to say that like they haven't improved either as time moves on. I feel like they've just kind of remained a little bit static, where it's like they've just been so focused on other people that they've never really thought of like having problems with themselves.
Yeah, the thing with Caradon is they've had this life goal for 10 years, right? And it's been somewhat resolved. But their entire life, even before Anvil got turned, was dedicated to the protection of other people entirely. They have never really once, like, focused on themselves. They are fucking guard dog archetype, and it's a problem. And they've spent a lot of time in, like, dedication to other people. Do not know how to put themselves first at all. It's a problem. We'll probably deal with that at some point. Maybe over the next, like, I want to say 10 sessions, as they're, like, developing those friendships with the party, that we got some downtime and healthy and being separated from these people they were dedicated to protection of. Maybe we can have some discussions about that and maybe progress in that regard. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah. I don't know yet. It depends what the next 2 sessions hold, honestly. And how those party interactions go.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah.
Nice.
I literally had the moment when I was writing that AU fic of like, oh my god, they're actually scared for themselves for the first time? Whoa, this is wild. This has never happened before. Yeah, it was fun to write.
Oh no, I can imagine it was fun to write, and I'm particularly excited on like how that's going to evolve slowly but surely over time.
Yeah, I might put this on the AO3 at some point, just to be like somebody validate me. But we'll see. But yeah. Anyway, yeah, go to any NPCs. Let's go.
Yeah, any NPCs you guys want to know what the Outbreak Day was like?
Rav.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think I did write something.
Oh,
Should be on the content, right?
Maybe, yeah.
yeah.
Hold on. Yeah, I was about to say.
Wait.
Crop
I just had a thought about somebody. That I want to know.
Who?
Okay, well, I'm looking for crop notes. You tell me.
Okay, this is very specific. Okay, and I don't know if you actually have this. Rita. As in Rita and Janet, my beloved.
Rita,
She,
my
I
beloved.
think, probably just... No, let me look at her file. Do I have anything for...
You have a lot. You sent me a whole bit.
Ooh.
On her
Oh
and
my
Janet?
god, I do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, she was in Vera during the Outbreak Day. I think probably because she was in Vera. Vera was very protected. There was a whole scene in Mignus's Outbreak Day where there was a whole line of vans going up to Vera, and Mignus and all of the rest of those people were stuck in like a traffic jam.
Yeah, I
So
remember
long.
this. And
I can.
Yeah, go ahead.
I can only imagine like how many people must get in.
No, it was an absolute nightmare. Like, I remember practically being like, I'm gonna go, I'm gonna leave the car, you guys go in so that they don't, like, scan me. I'll find a way to get inside, and I've been meaning to write, like, that part of, like, how desperate.
Please.
This is why you come in on a horse and car with a load of carriages, like the Castells did. You don't come in a vehicle, you just take your time traveling, you know?
Oh, absolutely, because, that was, like, especially during when Duchess was still, like, in fight or flight and like kind of going like I don't care what happens to others as long as it happens to me. And I've been meaning to write this for the longest time. I wanted to write like some sort of like home invasion horror story, but like she's the villain in it.
Mignos?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay, so here's the fun thing. I don't know how many people. Long time ago on our Instagram stories, we did a home invasion, and the villain in that story was Florence.
I remember.
Yeah.
Mm. Oh yeah, I remember that.
I just looked on the Croft notes. Elizabeth Croft was. There's a note on there where she's like, "There's been a lot of people coming into our city. I don't mind it. I'm just worried that people are infected."
Mm-hmm.
Now, as we can see, infection is still a very big thing in Vera, because on the first session, Alcro witnessed someone get murdered in an alleyway because they were infected.
I remember that.
The alleyway murder.
And I've been keeping my immunity very, very secret.
The first death in Calamity.
Random guy number 3.
Let's
God,
go.
Can someone please do a kill count episode of Calamity? I want to know how many people have died on this.
A lot.
Hi,
Who
my
do you
name is
guys
James A.
think
Janice,
had-
and today...
Who do you guys think has had the coolest... Okay, last question. Who do you guys think has had the coolest death in Calamity, and who has had the lamest death in
Chimeras is up there for me for coolest death, just because I did like the life flashes before your eyes sequence.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and then who I personally think has the lamest death in Calamity is Mother, simply because I remember Caradwin straight up just two-shotting her, and us being like, yeah, she's gonna have a second phase, and then she didn't.
She was not meant to die that quickly, but here's the thing, is she was supposed to die later because the zombie children were supposed to be more effective. However, Vervis and she came up with a very creative solution to get rid of them. And so it went a lot faster because they came up with a very creative solution.
What
I
was
think
that
it was
solution?
I think it was like being like, you guys don't need to, you guys can pass on. Or like doing something with them that was like, hey, you were a kid, you know, like let's like play catch or something. And then they passed
I
on.
remember that.
Oh, that's
It was
smart.
a really, really cool segment. It was really nice. I'll go rewatch it at some point. And
It was nice. I think that part was nice, but I also remember Caradwin just being like, okay, square up.
I did think about Mother for lamest death. Yeah.
I said square up, and then I think I crit on one of my smites, which was the main thing.
Yeah.
I think you crit on your smite with your flame tongue rapier, and it did like 1 billion damage.
Everyone
Yeah.
rolled so well that episode.
Yeah,
And then you're like,
that basically does 46, 68 plus the rapier damage, and I can re-roll specific dice in that if I roll a 1. Plus maybe Hunter's Mark, I can't remember.
oh yeah, because you have Piercer, I forgot.
Yeah, I love Piercer. It's such a minor thing that I have, but it's so consistent to be like, you rolled a 1 on your smite dice, you can re-roll that. It's okay, sweetie. It's okay. You can do better.
Alright, I believe in you. Go crazy with it.
You know that it's getting special when Caradwin is fucking mocking the villain and being like, come on, guy, you got it. It's okay.
I had a couple of one-liners I was thinking of a Finch, and I was like, wait a minute, no, she's controlling my friends right now. I can't do this. I can't do this. I had them written down too, and I was like, this would be so cool if I said this to her. Ugh. And I didn't. Because I was like, she's controlling my friends. I feel really bad about this now.
What about you, Tal? Cool as death and lame as death.
Coolest death? Marco, specifically because he was shot by Duchess.
Yeah.
Duchess. And combined with the flashback thing. But you know, it was Duchess' involvement. My beloved. Talamis was that guy we killed in literally episode 2, Jimmy.
No, Jimmy.
Because
Yeah.
it was like Aether just calling us and being like, hey, I want that guy dead. And Curtis was
That guy.
yeah, okay, you said so. I can't.
Mm.
I loved it. Just stabbed him, and half the people just turned away because they were like, "No, we can't kill this guy." And then we all proceeded to go murder hobo in like 2 sessions.
You guys literally killed him in the middle of the street.
No, we were in
we
an
killed him
alleyway.
like
We
an
were
Oh, you guys were,
in
yeah,
the
you guys were in an
alleyway.
alleyway. But I think it's really funny
Yeah.
that Mako's like, but he's just a guy and he has a family back home, and the rest of the party's like, I don't give a fuck.
No, some of the party gave a fuck. Specifically,
Yeah.
some people left.
2 people
But-
gave a
but-
fuck.
There were threats being killed, and I was like, "Ah, please.
My family.
I can't
Look.
wait till you guys go home and get to meet Jimmy's partner.
Shut
Fuck
up.
you. Oh my god, that's gonna be such a callback. And
No
Guys,
wait, no
It's
wait, no wait,
Florence.
no wait. The Y was silent. It's just Jim. The Y was silent.
Right,
Yeah,
Jim.
You guys killed my husband all the way back in episode 1. It's me, Florence, guys.
guys, it's
Guys,
me.
this is why I've been evil this whole time.
Yeah.
That would be so funny.
How about you guys? How about you, Zach?
Uh,
Coolest.
oh, that's a good question. I would say, yeah, Mako is definitely up there, like with my favorite, like death. And I'm not just saying that because Hal mentioned it, and it's also something that we both worked on. I just really like the execution we did. That was really cool, and the way that you described like some of the flashes thing going before he died, and just him being at peace while physically like he was just gone, and just the flash of Duchess just like shooting and then leaving.
Yes.
I think I also really liked Aether's death, with like how much of a monster she slowly became, and just like the first time the gauntlet being used, and just like blowing a fucking like crater in her. That was really fun.
Yes.
And very, very satisfying.
Yes.
Lamest death. Kate's in the background saying zombie number 25.
A named character.
Yeah, a named character. That's a good ass fucking. I don't. Cause I could say Jim, but I want to say someone else. Fucking. I'm trying so hard, cause I have like an idea in mind. But, okay. Okay, this is not against the scene whatsoever. I know they're not named, but I just found the scene with Calcrow's mom killing all those royals in front of Alcrow's eyes just as a message. I found that like it was effective, but I also found that really funny to imagine you have like a whole like scene of nobles just being like, oh yeah, you know, like we're just gonna eat here, it's gonna be a great time, and then all of them go ah!
Wait a minute. I have a new lamest death. I have a new lamest death.
They're just all like, oh, we're having a great time. Fucking change the world. My final message. Goodbye.
I have a new lamest death.
Go.
After specifically calling out the fact it's a possibility, and you know, having allies falling one by one, Duchess falling down a well.
I was actually going to say that for my latest death, if I'm being honest. It was
my
kind
God.
of anticlimactic, but I loved it. I need you to know that I loved it. No, it's actually not my lamest death. That's not my lamest.
No, to
My
be
lamest
fair,
death.
I'll be honest, it would have been so much more climatic if we just didn't have the time to like go revive her.
That is
Oh,
true.
I-
I think,
Duchess?
and I hate to say this, especially in front of you, Tal, I think my lamest death is Laura, because she kind of had everything that caused her to die happen off.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
miss her.
I love her.
It's so good.
Died in such a boring way.
Yeah. Can I
Oh,
submit
I'm
another
still- I'm-
like really cool death?
I'm
Yeah.
still not over the scene where she died though, and their bike hole, and then literally, that's like my favorite scene where they're just flashing back, and just having to pick between staying with their kid and going and seeing her. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah. One of
Freeze
the
moment.
coolest deaths I think I've ever seen in D&D was Hilda's, just because I remember you're
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, you gotta pull the green ribbon. I was like, I have seen this before. I know which fucking book this is from.
Yeah. Hilda, by far, was my favorite, I think.
Yeah.
Of a PC. Just because me and Joey, that was the first thing we figured out. Is we were like, hey, what should happen to Hilda in the end? How do we want off the campaign? And Joey was like, kill her. And I was like, are you sure? And he was like, yeah, kill her. Cut her head off. And I was like, sick. And so we discussed how it would happen. And so that was what we were kind of leading up to her entire time that she was there. Lamest death, I think, the zombie clot. And I will say,
hurt us. It hurt us a lot.
it did hurt you guys. Who talks about the zombie clot like 20 seconds here?
I think about it simply just because I also think about the time where we ended the session, and I think it was literally like 5 minutes after it. You were like, "Oh shit, that's not how that one spell that Mako's been using to taste the fuck out of it works." Shit.
Yeah. There's several times I've done that as well, where I'm like, I don't need to roll for it, and then I'd look and I'm like, I was wrong. I was wrong, guys. But I'm not gonna mention the fact that I was wrong. Because I was like, I feel ashamed for not bringing it up in the first place.
Yeah, but on the topic
Hey, look, it's
of
safer.
I want to talk a little bit about the death scene.
Oh god. You know how, alright, remember an hour ago when you were like, oh, we should end soon, it's been an hour.
I don't
and we
care.
were like, nah, go, shoot, do it.
So, a year ago, right? This was, I think it was while you were, I think my audio cut out. I think it was while you were here, Taliesin. And I was really struggling with Mako's death. Because I was, literally, it was the morning of, and I think I was sitting there and I was like, okay, I've written the entire eulogy that his mom is gonna give. How do I make this impactful enough that it, like, feels like it matters, right? And then this TikTok came up on my page, and it was, like, just a very simple video of somebody, like, laying on the couch. And it was like, I like to imagine that death is hearing a party downstairs and falling asleep on a couch as a kid, and then being carried up to your room, or something like that. And you can hear all the people that you love talking downstairs or in the other room. And I was like, wow, that is really beautiful, and I'm gonna steal that for my D&D game. And so I did, and I think Mako, out of the PCs, Mako is definitely, I think all of the PCs are all of my favorite deaths PCs. But Mako has a special place in my heart. And I do have a death scene in mind for all of you.
I know.
If it comes
That's
to
kind
it.
of why I want to die in game. It's just because I want to experience it.
That is fair.
Well, you know,
Like-
it could have happened if you guys stopped buying fucking diamonds. I'm kidding.
I
You
don't
got your death
think-
scene.
no. Wait a minute. Hang on, I'm putting
It was
something in silence.
anticlimactic. It was in the list, Rye. I'm not gonna forget that.
I
Just falling
like
down
it.
the
I
well.
remember it.
It's just silent.
We'll have to figure that out.
Important question.
Al.
Yeah.
But
Oh no.
yeah.
Oh no, bro.
So Mako's scene was really nice, and then I was like, it would be really cool to do all of this. And there was going to be one for Timmy, and then Ro asked to do her own little monologue, and I was like, absolutely, go for it. And then Joey did a monologue as well, which I feel like if a guest PC dies, I feel like it's not as impactful as a PC dying. Personally, it's very impactful, but I feel like having a monologue for NPC instead is nice. However, I really enjoyed Magnus's Afterlife. I think this is just me going on a self-indulgent ramble, so if you need me to shut up, but I really liked Duchess's thing, especially because the Afterlife place that she showed up in was her initial, like the one where her session 0 took place.
It was so nice to watch.
Yeah.
From the outside, I gotta say, it's so good.
Yeah.
I said Lamest death only because of the well thing. I loved the scene overall. It was just a falling down a well meme.
Mm-hmm. And it in my head, it was so hard not to be like, yeah, Duchess just wants to stay here. Like,
Yeah.
Or-
And and I saw another video the other day. Like, it's a real thing that people like will think about, is like there is, I think it's I can't remember it exactly, but it's like you're born into like the green, and there's a lot of people in the green room that you grow to like love and care about throughout your life, right? And then as you get older, who move into the blue room as they die, right? And so as you're going, there's less people in the green, blue room that you really want to go and see again. So having like Cleo and Magnus's mom and dad and all of Magnus's other people in that room, and Auntie I too. Those are your people in the blue room that like you're gonna want to see again when you like get to that point, right? Mako with like Tak and his dad and all of those other people, Akkad, and his younger self being in there. I don't know. I like that parallel.
Mm-hmm. I like that a lot too.
Yeah.
I hope
You guys should die at some point.
We should.
Sorry.
I was
trying.
gonna say it would be really cool if, like, you know what I would love if Duchess dies like permanently, a fucking talk between her and Mako. I would lose my shit for that.
Oh. Oh.
But also, it'll be really funny to watch Zach being with himself again.
Please. Alright, so if you guys see me be more sacrificial, don't ask.
We got 2 diamonds. One
Guys,
snapped in
we
half
lost
and might not work, but we got 2.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So
But yeah,
that's all that I have to say. I think we should wrap up.
Yeah,
it is getting late.
I agree.
Yes. Do your outro, Zach.
Alright, so
Ooh.
thank you guys very much for listening to this impromptu fireside chat. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as we did. And I'm coming to terms with the fact we don't have to do an announcement anymore. So yeah, so
Maybe we'll do this again. Who knows?
we might do this again.
Yeah.
Depending on.
And
Yeah, go ahead.
and if you liked this, leave comments in our Discord server and questions that you want us to answer.
True. Yes. If you want to ask any questions in particular, go ahead. I will happily ask them in the next fireside chat. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Woohoo.
So hope you guys have a good night, day, or whatever time zone you guys are in. You have a good whatever. Take care of yourselves. Don't drink bathroom water. I don't know why that was in my head.
Don't drink bathroom water.
Don't drink
Yeah.
bathroom water.
That's my
Yeah. So bye.